Don't I look handsome? I don't know. I feel a bit awkward doing this video. So just bear with me for anyone who wants to listen or whatever. This video is unlike anything I've put on the channel because it's pretty personal, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, that's what the channel is for, right? I'm sharing parts of myself with you guys. And yeah. So last year, before I start with all that, let me get into why I wanted to make this. I originally planned on posting this video, really making this video before the end of 2025. But the holidays happened and I went to 2 funerals for family members in the past month, that month of December. So it was kind of hard to just kind of make this between, getting it recorded and posting it and all that kind of stuff. I just didn't have the time or the energy to do that. It was, I don't know, December was a pretty rough month. So I want to post it now, kind of like an optimistic video for 2026, post some goals I want to set for myself and have this video help hold me accountable for, what I say I want to do. 2025 was a very hard year. It was a hard year physically, mentally, emotionally. Just, I don't know, man. I don't know what was in the water that year. It just kicked me in the teeth and kept kicking me after, dude. It was, man, it was, there. It's hard to get into it without sounding sorry for myself because there was a lot of blessings in it as well. Something that I have posted on the channel is the making of my web series. And last year, 2025, last September, we were finally able to post it and it finished airing November of 2025. And so working on a project for the past 2 years and finally getting that out with people to, enjoy for, whoever wanted to watch it was, really cool. So, side note, if you want to watch Mortal Hunters and support, I'd greatly appreciate it. Another blessing was I got back in theater. It had been about 2 years since I'd been on stage performing before. And last year I had a director message me saying, hey, I would really love for you to be in my show. It's her directorial debut. And she's like, I think you're talented and I'd really like to, have you. And obviously, someone's going to butter me up. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I also just really miss the craft. Theater is my first, love in the arts. Well, I guess technically my first love in the arts was drawing, but in the performing arts, theater was my first love. So going back to that was very nice. Obviously, having my family, that's a huge blessing. Having a partner, having a girlfriend that loves and supports me through everything is a huge blessing. I mean, waking up every day is a blessing. And that's why it makes me so mad and frustrated with myself that I still would wake up just feeling empty, feeling angry, feeling, I guess just not understanding like why I'm waking up. Yeah, that's got heavy real quick, so I'm sorry. Like I said, it was a rough year, and I'm trying to navigate this, A lot of people tell me, I'm 25 years old now. I have some people that I know that seem like they have it figured out. They have families and some people have really good careers, and I just wonder if I'm far behind. I know that I'm not because everyone's journey, everyone's life is different. Our destinations, our goals are not the same, so I shouldn't feel that way. But I can't help but have that little voice in my head being like, what are you doing? What are you wasting your life with now? I'm at a job that I don't like. Um, it's a job that, just the past year just kind of beat me down. My morale, my desire to, give it 100%, has gone down. You have so many people around you that just never say thank you, who, say more negative to you than positive. It makes it hard to get out of bed and go do it. And that's jobs, like that's just part of it. It doesn't make it easier though. Also last year, I had to say goodbyes I was not ready for. One of the biggest goodbyes that I had to say was to my dog. She, man, guys, like when you have just someone in your life that is just so amazing and you wish everyone knew how amazing they were? That's how it was with my dog Daisy. Oh, I'm going to put a picture of her right here. That's Daisy. She is the best. She was so silly. She was fun. She was so loving, and she always just pat your back. She was just one of those dogs. Her love language was just sitting by you. And if you were down, I always thought, like, if you were ever sad, a dog would, like, just sit there and just be a calming presence. That was not Daisy. Daisy was very much like I'm going to be in your face. Let's play. Like, you're sad, so let's play, and that's what I loved about her. She was the best. She was 12 years old. And boxers, it's very common for boxers to have cancer. 12 years old is already pretty old for a boxer, and the cancer just got her, and it spread very quickly. And it's sad because you don't want to say goodbye, but at the same time, we don't want to see this disease take everything from her. It got to a point where she wasn't able to walk, and she was able to walk, but she was losing that ability. She pretty much lost the ability in her hind legs, so that's why, it was like, she still seems like she had some good days in her, but do you really want to use all of them up? That's what I kept asking myself. So that one sucked. That one sucked really bad. And again, it just sucks when you lose someone so special, and then you have to go back to this environment that treats you pretty poorly. It just kind of like, I don't know, it just like, it wears you down. It affects your mood a bit, and you start having that voice in your head that says, no one likes you, you don't have any friends, Who would want to be friends with you? You're such a negative person in people's lives. Like why would anyone care about you? Gosh, guys, man, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, again, this is not supposed to be a woe is me. I gotta get this out because it's been weighing on me for quite a while. I also live alone right now. So coming home every day to an empty apartment, it just gets lonely sometimes. And that voice in my head makes it hard to want to reach out because you don't want to bother anyone. You don't want to force anyone to deal with your crap because we all have stuff going on, I don't know. And that even affected my relationship with my girlfriend, unfortunately. A lot of times where I was just like, this isn't going to work. We're not right for each other, that kind of thing. And luckily, she was willing to stick with me through all that. So I'm pretty lucky. It was a tough year. And that's why I want 2026 to be different. I want it to be more positive. I'm wanting to make changes. I'm wanting to, I don't know, dude. It doesn't change because the year starts over. New year, same problems. And that's why this year I really want to focus on changing that. I've been looking for a new job for a while. Hopefully something comes up. I'd really love for YouTube to be my job, but we're pretty far from that. It's part of the journey. I don't want to be a flash in the pan. If it takes me a long time to build a good community, so be it. But I want to focus on just doing things that make me happy. Drawing, acting, writing. I'm very optimistic for the year. I mean, it's 2026 and I'm a part of, 4 projects for the first half of the year, not including my own. So I'm very happy. I'm very blessed that I have people in my life that are like, yeah, dude, totally. Like, come on in. We want you in this. Me and my girlfriend, we're doing good. She is, again, very supportive. She's someone who, you have a rough day. Sometimes those phone calls, those are, that's what gets you through it. I love my family. So I am optimistic that positive changes are happening. It's just, where do we go from here? Again, looking for a new job. So, God willing, I will get that this year. I also really want to learn Spanish because I have tried picking up Spanish and learning that for the past 5 years and I have not done it. So 2026, and I'm not going to say I'm going to be fluent in Spanish. I'm setting a small goal for myself because when I set the big ones, I don't ever meet them and I get disappointed. So for my small goal of 2026, when it comes to learning Spanish, I want to practice Spanish for at least 30 hours all year. It's a small goal. Hopefully I'll meet that. And when I do, who knows, maybe I'll be more motivated to, keep doing it. And, maybe I could be fluent as long as, I keep setting these little goals and I keep making them. Another thing is learning more guitar. I got a guitar when I was 13 years old, and I'm sorry, Mom, but I was not the best at practicing. Learning an instrument's hard, and my fingers were too weak, so I was like, I couldn't do the fingering, I couldn't do the strumming. I'm also not the most coordinated, but this year, I want to set a goal, 30 hours of playing guitar this year. It's a small goal. I mean, dude, I got to practice 3 times a month. Oh, I can do 3 times a month, or maybe do a week straight, that could be 7 hours right there. I'm optimistic I can hit those goals, and I'm hoping by hitting those, it'll motivate me to do more. I also really want to make 3 short films. 3 short films, not that I act in, not that I'm, just a part of helping out with, 3 short films that I write, direct, and act in. That is a big goal. I probably should set it to just 1, but I have some scripts that I really want to make. I got this cool camera. I have some friends. I'm like, let's do it. I have these mics now too, so that's pretty cool. I just want to start making changes and taking those steps forward because that fear and anxiety I have of every year feeling like 2025, I can't do it again. So I'm wanting to put that work in. And I hope that you guys are along for the ride. I appreciate your support. YouTube is my favorite platform that I post on. It's the platform I have the least amount of followers, subscribers with, but I really like the community that we're building. It's content that I enjoy making. The long form content is some of my favorite. I was really disappointed last year because I wanted to hit 10 long form videos, but I only got to 8, which is so close to the goal, but again, it's one of those things where you don't meet it, so you're a little bummed out. So this year, I don't want to put a number on, I'm going to make this many long form videos this year. I just want to make more than 8. And I'm pretty confident I can do that. If it's December 31st and I've only made, 7, I'm going to be like, what did I do? I don't know. I'm optimistic for the new year. It's a clean slate, and I have a lot to be grateful for. So I just want to hold on to this gratitude and really focus on the blessings I have in my life and move forward with those. Let go of the anger, let go of the sadness, let go of the stress, and just walk with faith and, hope for something awesome. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video if you made it all the way to the end. I know this was very weird, very emotional. Some of you watching are probably like, who is this guy? Like, why do I even care? But if you did stick to the end and you do care, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This channel was one of my positives from last year. I started posting in 2025, and seeing that subscriber count go from 0 to 350 in the past year was really cool. And it felt like the kid version of myself that wanted to hit that number, who wanted to be a YouTuber and make content. I'm pretty sure he'd be proud. So I want to keep moving forward and keep making that kid proud. Because that kid deserves it. "2025, thank you for the lessons you've taught me. But that is a goodbye that I've been so ready to say for a very long time. So, hello 2026, and hello to the adventures that we have this year. I hope that you guys stick around for this journey. I appreciate all the support, and I'm looking forward to making the next crazy video. I'll see you later, dogs.